Good morning, Kesha, to you. And I am excited because Wednesday is going to be going down. We're going to be leaving and stuff. But that's besides the point. I want to say good morning on this Momentum Monday. And this Monday, I want to offer you a little word of advice. I would advise that through these holidays and through this time that you get with your family, that while you're with your family, to listen. The reason I say listen is because people are telling us things every day, things that they need help with, things about their situation, about their circumstances, about how they feel, about what's going to happen in a few years, about just themselves, period. Every day people are telling us things. And most people say it this way. For most of us, it goes in one ear and out the other. But it shouldn't. Some things are to be retained because in order, we say that we love one another. We say, I'm talking about family, and maybe in your family you may have some issues, but this is still a solution for that same thing. For your family, you may say, well, we always get into it and all of this. Listen, sweetie, listen. You know, that's Beyonce or whoever song that is. Listen. So I want you to listen. Listen to people. Listen. And the same words that are in listen are in silent. Ha, voila. What a genius. Because when we don't listen, we miss out on things. People are telling us every day who they are. People are telling us every day things that they're going through. People are telling us every day how they feel. People are revealing so much to us through their talk, their conversation, that if you don't listen, you're going to miss it. If I'm going to give a scenario, Susie, I work in a call center. I really don't, but this is the scenario. Susie comes in every day. And she speaks to everybody. Hey, girl, good morning. How you doing? Johnny, I see you, boy. Good job on that, promotion last week. Oh, my goodness. Hey, girl. Hey, Becky. Hey, Sue. Hey, y'all over there. How y'all doing? And then the next day she comes in and it's just like, good morning. And she sits down and her this. The next day passed and she's like, and she sits down and her this. That's 2 days in a row that she hasn't done the same thing that she usually does every morning. Listen, people. She's saying something. She's not verbally saying anything, but she's saying something. And this is just a part of my truth. People don't verbally have to tell me everything. Something is going on with Susie. She comes in every day. She speaks. She's very vibrant. She brightens up the room with her conversation, with her acknowledgement of everyone. And then the third day she comes in, or just 2 or 3 days pass, and she hasn't done that. She's telling you something. She's telling you something is not right. She's telling you she's depressed. Like, we can't assume what emotions or what she's going through, but she's going through something for her to not do the same thing. This is not an absolute, but this is a red flag if a person is doing something consistently for as long as you've known her. She's worked here, let's say 3 years, and this is what she always does. Something's not right. So the part of listening in that scenario is talk to her. Hey, Susie, I just wanted to come over and speak this morning because I noticed that you haven't been speaking. Is everything okay? If she says, oh, no, everything's okay, I just don't feel like speaking. Well, Susie, I just want to let you know that if you would like to talk at any point, I'm here. I'm open to talk. I mean, I do have some days like this, too, so I do understand. I just want to give you this coffee cup, and I hope it brightens your day. Sit on her desk. Not saying you got to give a gift. Not saying that you have to be a counselor, Dr. Phil, and none of that. But just talk to her. Because of your active listening, you notice that something wasn't the same. Say something to her. She doesn't have to come to you, but just you giving her the space to know that, hey, if you would like to talk, I noticed something different, that you're paying attention. Okay, now it's on her if she comes back to you. But if you keep noticing the same patterns, keep doing the same thing. Go to her. You don't have to say, I keep noticing, because clearly she knows already, because you said that one time. But I just want to speak. Do what she does to you. Do what she does to everyone else. Go and speak to her every morning now. That's one scenario. And if y'all can't tell, I'm very passionate about this because I don't like that as a culture, as a society, I should say, we are becoming people who don't listen. And when I say listen, I'm not saying just with your ears. I just gave you a scenario where I listened with my eyes. I saw something. Pay attention. I was in the military, 5 years? Let's not talk about that. But they told us keep your head on a swivel, meaning like turn left and right. Get out of your phone. The lady next door to you is going through something. And she's been coming outside and getting the mail. She usually speaks to you and she don't speak no more. Something is wrong. Something is going on with her. The lady that you pass by every morning when you're jogging and you don't speak. Good morning. How hard is that? It's not just open your mouth and speak. You never know who you're passing by. Let me go on. Another scenario. I'm talking to John, and he's like, tell me about his day or whatever the case may be. It's after work hours or whatever. And he's just like, yeah, last week my dog died. I called my best friend and he wasn't sympathetic about it. He was like, man, that's just a dog. It's going to be all right. And then, I called somebody else and she was just like, you calling me about that dog? I didn't even like that dog anyways. I'm glad he did. And then I get to work this morning and my supervisor put something on my desk about I got rolled up again for being late. And that was the same day that my dog died. Okay. The act of listening in this scenario is he's not having a good week. If he told you this at the end of the week, he didn't have a good week. He had all of those things happen. Don't just leave him and say, oh man, I hope you have a better weekend, man. You want to go out and drink? You want to do this? Let's suppress what he's going through with something else. Man, I'm so sorry that you had that bad week, man. I really am. What can I do to help you? Would you like to go grab something to eat? Do you want to chill? Do you want to talk about this more over food? What can I do to help? Your act of listening is that you heard through all of those things that he wasn't having a good day. Let's say this was on a Friday or a good week. All of these things have just occurred. Do something. Talk. So I guess I just said in the beginning, this is not only about listening. This is also about talking. Communicate. People communicate. People need you. The person next door, the person in the cubicle next to you, she's hurting. And she keeps telling you each morning when she comes and she speaks and she's stale. You're just like, good morning. How you doing, girl? Good morning. Okay, I get it. Some people are just that way. Some people are just rude or some people are just that. But it comes from somewhere. It comes from something. It's not just there. They're not just being stale just because they want to be stale. They may have roots of bitterness. They may be angry. They may be depressed. But talk. Talk. Listen to them. Not only with your eyes. Not only with your ears. But with your mouth. Talk. Okay. And then you have this another active listening thing. Sometimes you have people that never have anything to say. I'm just giving a couple examples, but my biggest thing I want anyone who's watching this or will watch this to take from it is to listen and to talk. Listen and talk, which are both things of communication. Communicate with people. They need to hear your voice. They need to see you. They need to hear your vulnerabilities. They need to see you are human just like them. They need to know that you're going through things as well. That's my biggest thing. So my last thing that I was saying, there's some people that never have anything to say. You ask them how they're doing, they're just like, how are you doing today? Blah. How you doing today? Ugh. How you doing today? I'm alright. Something is there. They may not, you just have to keep pushing in and say, well, I'm sorry that you're having a blah day, but I'm having a good day. Anything good for you happen today? Or offer something else. Well, blah day. You've been having a blah day for the past 2 days. Is everything okay? What can brighten your day? And they may not necessarily always have a question. Always have an answer. They may not necessarily even open up to you. They just may say, man, leave me alone. I'm good. Like when I say blah, I'm good. But you won't know that until you ask. When you say blah, what do you mean? Explain that. And people may not even know how to explain their emotions either. But if you keep pushing in and you keep pressing and you take time out with this person, you're going to find out that there's something else behind that. There's something else behind them not having anything to say. I have 3 reasons. These are not all of the 3, but these are the ones that came to mind when I first, started this or whatever. They may be very secretive for whatever the reason may be. Somebody may have betrayed them in their lifetime. Somebody, something may have happened, whatever the case may be. they just probably don't have anything to say because of that. Then there are some people that you just have to pull it out of them. You just have to ask a question. What do you mean by blah? And they can just spit it out just like that. But guess what? You had to talk. You had to communicate. You had to ask a question. And then there's people that are just deceiving, and they don't want to say anything. They don't want to say too much because you can use it against them later. But and then even that, there's something else behind that as well. They may be trying to fit in. They may, be fearful if you know who they really are, that you may take advantage of them. There's all different types of reasons. Mama. It's okay. There it is. And that's Zoanna Grace. And this video is getting pretty long, so I'm going to end it here. But I just hope that you took something from this video. I want people to communicate. That's my biggest thing. Communicate with people. Open your mouth, talk to them, listen to them, not only while they're talking, but pay attention. And I'm not saying being anyone's babysitter, but what I am saying is get out of the cell phones, get off the computer. Pay attention to your surroundings. People are crying out for help everywhere around you. But if you're always in your phone, if you're always scrolling up and you putting on Snapchat this and that, even people talk on those things. I could go on and on and on, but my biggest take is pay attention to people, communicate with people, and you would get so much more out of life. You would be so much more fulfilled that you have been able to help someone just by communicating it, or just by smiling, or just by saying, have a great day, or how is your day? How are you doing? And actually staying there long enough to hear the person say how they're doing. Because, yeah, that's one thing that kind of irks me, is I'm like, hey, how you doing? Oh, how can I help you? I just asked you how you was doing. I really meant that, how are you doing? I really wanted to know how you were doing. But you're asking me, how can I help you now? So we're going to move on. But, yes, this is a Momentum Monday. It's a little bit longer than I wanted it to be. And there's more I want to expand on. But, cash it to you. Momentum Monday. Listen and talk. Let's communicate, people. Goodbye.